Video games. Literally, what even are they? Something you play with an electronic controller of sorts to generate some kind of a visual feedback on a screen? Something you can engage with on a personal level to enjoy a brief moment of escapism? Yeah, pretty much. Hello everybody, today we're going to be talking about video games. Quantic Foundry are a company who specialize in market research focused on gamer motivation. They have a test that can determine your gamer motivation profile. To my understanding, it is similar to the various personality type tests out there, but this one is gamer focused. For gamers! And so a bunch of people on my Patreon have been taking the test and letting me know their results, and I thought it could also be kind of fun to find out my gamer motivation profile. Am I a pro gamer? What other kind of gamers are there? I guess we're gonna find out. I also thought it may be interesting to throw out some of my favorite games ever, so later we can compare how accurate this test is. Here are a handful of my favorite games of all time. Hollow Knight, Super Metroid, Bloodborne, Stardew Valley, Super Mario 64, Super Mario World, Super Mario Bros. 3, basically any Mario game, Minecraft, Legend of Zelda, basically like all of them, the Donkey Kong Country series, Katamari, and so many more. I love games. So with that said, let's continue my everlasting search to understand who I really am and see what the science has to say about this. Bring it on, science. In a typical week, how many days do you spend at least 30 minutes playing a video game? All right, I'm feeling personally attacked by this particular question. I mean, it's the full hog. It's all day, every day. Not every day, most days. Sometime, most days. Doesn't sound as good as all day, every day. Would you consider yourself to be a casual gamer? Let me ask you a question. Is this the face of a casual gamer? Okay, I guess I don't exactly play seriously or competitively, so maybe I may be a mid-core gamer, I would say. I'll be modest here. Which of these platforms do you play games on? We're gonna go console, we're gonna go PC, we're gonna skip smartphone because who plays games on a smartphone? Not me. That's it. Handheld console, absolutely, yes. VR, not so much. VR makes me a little sick. There are some things in VR I really like, but I wouldn't say I'm living that virtual reality life right about now. What are some of the recent games released in the past few years you have enjoyed playing? Easy. Hollow Knight. When did Hollow Knight come out? 2017. That feels like light years away. Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey 64. That is not a game. I'm gonna go with Super Mario Odyssey. And I guess Breath of the Wild. Wow, all 2017? Have I really not played a video game that's tickled my pickle more than these? I liked Spider-Man Miles Morales. All right, I haven't played Mario Odyssey for some time, so I am gonna swap that out for Miles Morales. How is that not a category? Marvels, but we got it. We figured it out. We figured out the video game, everybody. Are you currently playing any web, mobile, tablet games? No, and no. I just do not jam with mobile games. I just don't. I've got my reasons, and those reasons I will keep. Pay to win! No, can I put no? I guess just leave it blank, right? Are there any other games you have enjoyed playing recently? Dude, I have been having a blast with Minecraft. What else have I been playing recently that I really like? I mean, I've been playing a ton of Stardew Valley, and I've really been getting back into Zelda, Breath of the Wild, so I guess I'm gonna put Zelda again. Breath of the Wild. For the next section, how important are the following game elements and activities to you when you play video games? Having many customization colors, styles, skins, and options. I do like that as an option, but it's definitely not that important. I would say it's slightly important. Making an effort to get every collectible item in the game. I didn't realize I was such a completionist until the past few years. And some games like Ori and the Blind Forest really accommodated this feeling really nicely. It was such an achievable game to just collect everything. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice was a game where I just wanted to get everything and do everything. So you know what? I would say very important. Acquiring powerful weapons and artifacts. It's fun, like in the Metroid games when you get upgrades and you feel powerful. I would say it's somewhat important. Characters with interesting backstories and personalities. Do I like a character with a good backstory? Yes. Have I ever played a Mario game and wanted more backstory? No. So I would say slightly important. I just feel like I want to jump into a game, start having fun. If there's some backstory and some tasty lore along the way, cool. Becoming as powerful as possible. Is this important in a video game? Not necessarily. Sometimes, yes. Oh my god. I need to be careful here, because I've probably said some things on stream that might contradict certain things I say here. Because yes, Stardew Valley is a game about living a peaceful farm life and making everlasting friendships, but it's also about making a ton of money and becoming super powerful with that money. Becoming powerful is only somewhat important, I would say. Taking the time to practice and master a game. How much do I value this in a video game? As I've got older, I really started to like challenge. So you know what? I would say this is very important for me, personally. Taking on difficult challenges that may take many tries to succeed. Again, I would say very important. I don't know if it's because I hate myself or something like that, but over the past 5 or 6 years, Soulsborne games have become some of my favorite just because completing them makes me feel like I'm actually somewhat good at games. I'm gonna say very important. Discovering offbeat or unconventional ways to play the game. Okay, like in Breath of the Wild, when there's lots of different ways to tackle a particular puzzle. I like figuring out unconventional ways to do something in a video game. I wouldn't say this is super necessary for a game, but it's slightly important. Playing the game at the highest difficulty level. Okay, here's an interesting one, because whilst I like a good challenge, I rarely find myself picking the master or hardcore difficulty unless I've already played the game and then want to give myself another attempt at it. So weirdly, I don't know if this makes any sense, but I would say this is not at all important to me. At least not on my first run of the game anyway. Getting to know all the main characters and their backstories. Ooh, I've played Fire Emblem Three Houses. I enjoyed it. Talking to every single character and learning about every single character is exhausting to me.
Did you just propose marriage as a way to get to know me?
In a TV show, I want to know everything about everyone. In a game where I'm making the decisions and I get to choose who to talk to, sometimes, you know, I don't really care about some characters. Slightly. Getting every possible star trophy unlock in the game. Here's another interesting one, because whilst earlier I said that I've become more of a completionist as the years go on, I don't do the whole trophy or achievement thing, because some trophies are like, do this really arduous task 1,000,000 times on master difficulty. No. I do like to 100% games if I'm really into it and it feels achievable. So I'm gonna go for very important. I wouldn't say this is extremely important just because items and stuff, yes. Trophies, I don't give a shit. Completing all possible missions and achievements in a game. Again, for me, very important. Oh my god, I've only just remembered, I also really enjoy playing Ghost of Tsushima. I loved these games, but I just forgot that I played them all. All right, doesn't matter. I would say I like to do this where possible. I'm gonna go very important. Dominating other players. No, I don't really care that much for playing against other people. Sometimes, casually, me and some friends will play Fortnite because it's a fun group bonding experience where you can just turn your brain off and shoot things. But it's really not important that I dominate all players. Not at all. Accumulating large amounts of in-game resources / currency. Yeah, I like doing this. I like doing this a lot. I'm gonna say very important. An elaborate storyline. I really don't love elaborate storylines in video games. Why? In TV shows and movies, sure. But I don't know what it is about a video game. I guess sometimes I worry that a game can start to waste my time if it's going in all these tangents where I feel like, the game could have ended already. Like, as much as I loved Last of Us 2, it took 25 hours to complete. That's much longer than a film. And so if the storyline is captivating, sure, I'll keep going. But I've genuinely given up on some games that I'm like, this is too open. Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm sorry, but I'm looking at you. I'm gonna say slightly important because it can be off-putting to me sometimes. Pretending that I am someone / somewhere else. I would say this is extremely important. I love being someone else somewhere else. Yes, this is extremely important. For the next section, how much do you enjoy the following game elements and activities? Gameplay that is fast-paced and intense. Doesn't have to be fast-paced, doesn't even really have to be intense. I think I know what kind of game this is talking about, like Doom. Doom is fun, but it's a bit sort of samey for me. So I would say that I enjoy this maybe a little bit. In small chunks, here and there. Depends on the game. Using guns and explosives. Don't care too much for that, honestly. No, not really. Not a little, no, not at all. Blowing things up. Blowing things up can be fun. You're wandering through a forest and you see a mysterious pile of rocks. You throw a bomb and you blow them up and you get some treasure. I like blowing things up sometimes. I would say I enjoy that a little bit. Competing with other players. A little, sometimes, in the right circumstances, but not often. Taking on the role of another character or person. Yeah, I love that. I enjoy that a great deal. Working towards a common goal with other players. Oh, I love co-op games so much. I've been playing Valheim with some friends, Stardew, Minecraft, building a base all together and making it your own. I love it. I enjoy that a great deal. Gameplay that requires a lot of thinking and planning. So like strategy game type of stuff. I can enjoy this. Yeah, I would argue when I did the year 1 community center challenge in Stardew Valley that took a lot of thinking and planning. So I do enjoy that a lot. Being an agent of chaos and destruction. A little bit. Sometimes. Gameplay with lots of blood and gore. Now here's a tricky one. I love Bloodborne, but I don't know if I love Bloodborne because of all the blood. I mean, it's a little satisfying when you're like slicing through the blood-starved beast, but it's not that important. Grouping up with other players. Yeah, if I'm in the right mood, I would say I'm in the middle on that one. Gameplay that requires quick reaction times. I don't have amazing reactions, hence why parrying in Soulsborne games is just a nightmare for me. But I enjoy it a little bit. Being immersed in another world place. I enjoy that a great deal. Who doesn't? Honestly, who doesn't? Gameplay that requires careful decision making. I don't like when you're super punished for making a decision that you can't go back on or you can't rectify in some way. I'm in the middle on that one. Gameplay that requires long-term planning and strategy. I like planning. Not super long-term planning, the here and now kind of planning. I enjoy a little bit. Going up against other players in duels or matches. I used to love playing Halo and stuff. I guess Splatoon. There's a nice fresh feeling on playing a multiplayer shooting game. So I'm gonna say enjoy somewhat actually. Gameplay with constant action and excitement. Yeah, somewhat, I would say. Helping other players. Yeah, I would say when I'm playing with other people, I enjoy quite a lot when I can help my teammates actually feel like we're playing the same game and we're affecting each other's world in some way. I enjoy that a lot. For the next section, how often do you do the following things when you play video games? How often do you go to the bathroom? Put considerable time into customizing my character, cities, spaceships. Absolutely always. Study other players to improve my own gameplay. Basically never. How often do I try out many different things to test what the game world lets me do? Absolutely always. Explore the game world just for the sake of exploring it. Absolutely always. Wow, this is definitely one way or the other here. How often do I put a lot of thought into the character creation process? Yes, always. Even when it's unnecessary, even when you're never gonna see your character's face, I love doing it. How often are you primarily focused on increasing your stats levels? Yeah, pretty often, I would say. Experimenting with objects in the world just to see what happens. Often or always, I would say often, and we're done. That's all the questions. Let us find out what my gamer motivation profile is. What motivates me when playing games? Your Quantic gamer type is gardener/architect. That is perfectly fitting because I love Stardew Valley and I'm also becoming a bit of a real life gardener. I've been doing a ton of gardening recently and I love it. My gamer mottos are as following. The inner gardener in me says quiet, relaxing task completion. And the architect inside me says, my empire begins with this village. I can definitely see that. Gardeners are looking for a quiet, relaxing task completion. They enjoy accessible gameplay that focuses on completing levels/quests, collecting stars, trophies, and collecting collectibles. Architects are solo gamers that enjoy planning, decision-making, and progression. They prefer slow-paced, relaxing gameplay where they can plan and build something grand and enduring. I would say that sounds pretty damn accurate. Of course, there are games I love that don't quite fit this archetype. So I am calm, spontaneous, driven, gregarious, don't know what that means, immersed, and creative. Creativity, achievement, immersion, very high. I am surprised social is more than immersion and mastery. I don't know how that's happened. Sometimes, yes. Most times, no. Well, it's always fun to find out the end result in these type of tests, but my favorite part of doing these is just being given a question and really just thinking, what do I think about this? How would I answer this? And I find that's almost more rewarding than the end result. But if you enjoyed this, maybe consider taking the test yourself and let me know what kind of gamer type you are. Well, I'm gonna get out of here and do some reading about my gardener architect type, but thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, stay rad, be cool. I'll see you soon. Later, gamers.
I still haven't met a bird that can speak human. I was hoping you could introduce me.